It's fucking cold here.
I can't translate it, but it has a word in English, but I can't say it.
Perfect. All right.
I'm gonna send you, Lars, and you're gonna say it.
Sure. That'll be
Stream,
part 2 of the announcement for the evening. Welcome everybody to Demons of Aeminad show, a weekly D&D
Oh,
show
we're
where a
live.
bunch of idiots try to survive a world infested by demons. Good enough, Yella?
If all your bullshit points to Elvakri.
Invested by, invested with. Sure, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Okay, we are back, but first of all, we're going to throw it over to our master of announcements, Yella!
Yes, hi everyone. I'm feeling very ill. I might not make it till the end of the stream. I know I still look fine. I mean, better than Ryu at least, but hey, that's a gift.
Excuse me, why am I getting flamed? What? I did my hair today. Hello, it's not fucking going like this anymore.
Here, have a bullshit point, Jed.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage this behavior.
Also, due to several personal reasons, next week there won't be a stream, but more on that. Yeah, the 29th, like in 2 weeks, you'll know why. He said menacingly.
Oh God. Okay.
Understandable.
I feel like in 2 weeks now, like Jed's gonna be in MySpace, and I'm just gonna have disappeared. Yes. Jed's gonna tell you 7 is no longer available.
Yes.
7 is dead.
You're stuck with me. 8.
Oh God. Fine, you also get a bullshit point, you piece of shit.
Or maybe 7 can't make it because 7, 8, 9.
Yes, I was thinking the same.
God,
yeah, it was a little easy.
Oh, all right.
So anyhow, that's it.
Cool. If I am not mistaken.
Wow.
Last time
on Demons of Aeminad, I killed you. I mean, so if I'm not mistaken, last time you guys were in pursuit of the Diamond Soul Snatcher.
Yes.
Whom was trying to evade your capture, but thanks to a quick sekura, some fucking counterspelling, because that spell is bullshit, and
it is
pretty much, just some really good teamwork by the party. You were able to capture the Soul Snatcher, and after leaving a couple of dead bodies behind, you went back up to the surface world and brought the Soul Snatcher to the person who had requested this, the capture of this person, namely the High Priestess. You were then...
greetings, my friend.
Thanks, G-Fox. You were then given, the unit that you were promised. So you are going to get an additional unit, which we also still need to figure out who's controlling the 3 special units that you have, technically. And we probably also still have to figure out what your next to main action is, but whatever. But then, due to some decent persuasion by Elvakri, Jet, take notes. You then moved on, or started talking to the High Priestess, and she allowed you into Pirax garden once more. When you went in there, you actually still saw the corpse of Twin being kind of like kept in stasis in some way, somehow being researched. But after sending everybody out, the High Priestess allowed you entry into the actual garden, even though 3 of you technically cannot enter it because they are demonic in nature. But you pretty much saw this large, jungle area, which kind of was around a central open space. And in the center of that central open space, you saw kind of another altar with a golden apple on top of it. And then you saw a woman completely entangled in vines walk out of the jungle who introduced herself as a pigment or a part of Pirax, the goddess of, and I completely forgot her title, so let's just imagine that I say the rest of her title here. So, I think you're all five still technically standing outside of the barrier, even though Sequita and Elvakri can technically cross it. Apart from the High Priestess, she has walked deeper in. So now the big question is, what are you all doing?
Stand there menacingly because I literally cannot pass.
I was doing nothing.
Laughing
What
with
about?
each other. With
The
the other one.
outside.
I
By
have.
the way,
Oh, sorry. Go.
I
Pirax
can
is
see the
goddess
apple.
of rebirth, reforging, and fertility.
There you go. What Jed said. Have a bullshit point, Jed.
Yoo-hoo.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I can't click on Jed.
Yeah. Stay outside, I guess. Because I literally cannot enter.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, same.
We can see the apple, you know. Come, Sequita. Do it. Good goddess. We can do this.
So are we allowed to grab it or what? Or do we have?
Are you going to try?
Sequita are allowed because last time I did. So
I'd probably not actually. That might end up badly.
So you take 20d6 points of radiant damage.
No, I'd rather not do that.
So the goddess standing there.
Yeah, she's just like kind of surveying the area and the five of you.
She is looking our direction.
Yes. She has very clearly seen you. Even
Okay.
Sequita can't stealth her way out of this one.
Damn it.
You want to bet?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
wait until I'm level 10, then try it again.
We are gonna introduce ourselves to the goddess, or
You can certainly try.
we're gonna be how do you say that?
Friendly.
Cordial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woman,
Civil.
apple, now.
Polite.
Go fix it. in the kitchen.
Does she react in any way to the crown on my head?
With your perception, you would notice that she has taken notice of it, yes. But she's not like actively asking after it or like staring at it. She just, you notice that she like looks at it for a second, you know, her face just kind of twitches and then she just kind of looks back at you. Not in like a negative way or anything, but just like she's clearly noticed the fact that you are holding something of power.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
You are holding a thing.
I'm wearing it. It's,
You're all so shy. My God.
Are we gonna introduce ourselves? Yeah.
Should we poke them with a long stick that they do something? Like
I go to the goddess and I introduce myself.
I don't really want to piss off.
So as you're all standing there, you see Elvakri walk in.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do much. What am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm just, yeah. I am not allowed to go in there, so I'm standing there pouting, just.
So Elvakri, what's your dex?
My hands crossed.
How many hit points do you
I'll
have?
walk in with Valkyrie as well.
Okay. So Pirax kind of just, you know, looks at the two of you walking in. You also notice that the High Priestess, who has already walked in, is also kind of waiting on, well, the two of you in this case.
That was the wrong.
I'm gonna. Do I know what the peep? How do you say that? What the ritual is in this
introductory course.
Yes. Yes.
How do you do?
This
ma-
chap-
Is there a bowing or
make a religion
sign
check.
to
How
make?
about that?
Just
With
walk up and say
advantage
hi.
because no, it's not
No.
a demon. Oh yes, it's a celestial, or is it not?
It is
celestial?
technically a celestial, yes.
So it's with advantage because I'm a blood hunter.
Oh,
Do you
damn.
hunt celestials?
Well, fine then.
Yes.
It should
No,
be.
but it's stands. I have advantage on fiends, celestials, and
mean-
something else.
Yeah, if she's not a celestial, then I don't know what is. Let me put it like that.
Okay. So an religion.
Yeah, religion.
She should have advantage because she humps everything she comes across, and it's the goddess of fertility. So
Point taken.
60.
Not bad.
Gonna use 1 bullshit point also.
You have proficiency in religion? What?
19.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh.
I have.
Hot damn.
Now.
Yes.
19. To be perfectly honest, with most of the human gods and aspects, a bow or a like kind of crossing of the hands is usually a combination of the two. Is usually the way of interacting with a god, be it that this is mostly a symbol of prayer, but that is usually like the two can be used, or it can be used to also politely introduce yourself to a god.
Okay. Then I do that, and I give Sequida a
nudge.
little paw,
A
and
little,
say,
a little nudge, yeah.
yeah, a nudge, and say,
Wink, wink,
"This is
nudge,
the
nudge.
way.
This is the way.
This is the way."
I have spoken.
All right, Grogu, calm down.
Well, the way.
This is the way.
Do you know the way?
See the goddess kind of like looking at you bow, and she just like starts smiling slightly. You know, I'm going to be perfectly honest, that's very nice of you.
I just
Thank you
watch
very
over
much.
Valkyrie, like look at the goddess and just like
Hi.
I don't bow, I just wave.
Ah!
And that's far more cordial than I'm used to. It's appreciated.
I say, my name is Elvakri. This is Sequida, and it's a real honor to meet you in how do you say it, physical form.
The honor is all mine. Don't worry about it. I don't really get a lot of visitors except for the High Priestess herself.
Oh God!
He's doing it on purpose! I swear to God, he didn't even give her a fucking name, and he's just going with the fact that this high priestess. He's just fucking with us at this point. I swear.
He's fucking with us at this point. The goddess is gonna say her name.
Nah, man, I have a name for her. I'm just
That you've never used.
Yep. Happy enough.
We are level at if we are gonna be level 20, then he gonna say your
Exactly.
name. Oh yeah, I forgot the name from the high priest was End.
He's gonna say it on his deathbed next week.
Exactly.
Her name was.
Her name was Lucy all along. I just didn't want to admit it.
I know.
No!
So, you see the high priestess kind of like stands there, just looks at the. I mean, she also did, you know, a bow,
The bow,
like you know, a praying symbol, and is looking at this goddess with awe. I mean, she is a priestess; she kind of has to. So the goddess kind of just keeps looking at the two of you. Now, I guess I should ask: is there a reason for your visit?
There is.
By all means.
As you have noticed,
Mhm.
we have one of the, what was it called? The god
God's
gifts.
items.
God's
God
gifts.
items.
Yeah.
Yeah, the god's gift. and we are trust with it.
Mhm.
So we're gonna ask you if we get your permission to have your God give also.
You see her kind of like look at you. You know, I was going to ask. I sense a mentee, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
How in the hell did you get his gift? I
Well,
don't
it's a long
remember him being.
story.
I don't remember
No, it's not.
them being the parting type, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Well, I was very good in persuasion him.
You do seem very persuasive. I think I've heard several men call your name out in the night.
Really?
The fact that that's your response makes me think I'm correct. Regardless, I do have another question, and you'd best answer me correctly in this, or truthfully, I should say. Why should I give a gift of God's powers to two people who seem to travel with demonic entities?
Well,
Right.
good you ask. We are searching for a cure for the demonic thing they suffered. And we believe that these God gifts are sort of answer to that.
They are a cure, of course, for many things, but I don't know if they're a pure cure for demonhood itself. Regardless, if you're looking to rid yourself of this demonic curse and all three of your friends are like that, then, well, I guess there's only one more person I have to ask, isn't there, Alrissa? And you see the high priestess kind of.
Note it down.
You see the high priestess kind of
Oh,
twitch.
again! Oh my god!
Alrissa.
Valrisa or Alrisa?
I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you.
Yes. DLC unlocked.
Achievement unlocked. You know.
It took us
Princess name.
62 episodes. It took us a fucking year to find out what her name was. Oh my god.
You can pack up good boys.
Oh, this is
Campaign
the
is over.
In
fucking
my
yeah,
Campaign is over now. We
Yeah,
we
go
know
press-
the name
yeah,
of the
just,
Okay,
yeah,
bye
it's
everybody. Quest's over.
Yeah, we got what we wanted. Fuck your God's gift. We got what we wanted.
In my defense, very few people actually use her old name.
We just have to now because otherwise.
I note it down. So we're never gonna forget.
So the high priestess kind of like twitches as her name is being called, and she just looks. There is a certain interest from them to rid themselves of the contract that they are bound by. You see the goddess pretty much just look at her. A certain interest, but no possibility, then I take it. It's being worked on. Is it? And you kind of just see the priestess kind of like looks down, doesn't really want to respond further.
Hmm.
Do you think they're the ones, Alrissa? I don't know.
I hope not, but
I don't know if
Is
this
there a
is. I don't. Think
Is there a
this-
profession about us or?
Prophecy.
Maybe let me finish my sentences and I
Oh,
might
sorry,
tell
sorry.
you. No. And you just see the priestess kind of go, look, honestly, these five, they're more competent than I originally thought. But they're still Rough around the edges? Let's go with that, sure. You know what can be done about them. I know you just don't want to. Fine. And you see the goddess kind of smile. What was your name, child? And she kind of looks at you, Elvakri.
Elvakri.
If you wish, you may take the gift with you.
Okay.
But be careful. This is possibly one of the easiest ones that you'll be able to get your hands on. The others are far more secluded.
We are aware of that. Clementi was a difficult one.
I don't think you are.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna say.
Disagree with you again.
Sorry.
There's 12 of them, scattered across the continent of Aeminad. Some of those in harder to get to places than others. For example, I know of one which you possibly do not know of.
Oh, nice.
Go further.
Each of the aspects knows the location of their counterpart. As you possibly know, the Duodecem are 12 gods. 2 gods for each of the 6 primal races. I am a human goddess. There is another, however. Mutai, the goddess of versatility, change, and leadership. Whose god's gift is south. Far south. The most southern point you can get to on this continent.
Shit.
However, there's a castle on top of it, owned by a quite powerful demonic entity.
Oh God!
And
who of the two?
Elvakri, you swear that you feel the brand that you've
shit
set on someone kind of flares up slightly as she says this.
Heck.
Just so you know that getting the remainder might not be as easy as you suspect. Regardless, this one, if you wish, is yours.
Then I do a bow again, and I'm gonna take the apple.
All right. Like, pick up the apple. It's
burst into flames.
You did.
So, Elvakri, you take. No, you pick up the apple, and it's an apple. I mean, honestly, but as you look at it, you do get the sense it seems to be made from pure gold, and yet it still seems tasty in a way. It still seems like an actual apple. It just seems to have been colored into this beautiful golden color.
I'm gonna ask you something very dishonored to the person we get to give. Can I lick it?
You can.
I mean,
Lick it.
It is an apple. Technically, you can lick everything. Whether or not that's a good idea is a completely different question.
So what
go
happens if
toward
I
the
lick
mask
it?
of Sequida.
Yes, the famous prophecy about the one who licks
Lick the apple.
The one who licks.
It is true.
I swear.
Awesome.
But I swear, these people are more competent than they look me like.
You lick the apple, and you immediately get. There's kind of a double feeling. You get this like kind of very sour taste, like an actual apple's taste, but it seems more intense somehow. It's, you know, it's very cliche if I say this, but it's like no other apple you've ever eaten before.
Wow.
Or
This is
licked
my apple
before.
for the rest of the life.
At the same time,
so
it
sour,
also
it tastes like lemon.
at the same time, it also has a very soothing and calming effect on you. Very similar to kind of when, pretty much very similar to the feeling when, like, although I know this doesn't really fit with the character, but when Shiloh uses lay on hands or something like that.
Okay.
Don't know how that feels.
The person in
Yeah,
in
me
chat
also
who
not,
asked
so
for
I
fucking
don't
French
know.
kissing the apple, you will lose bullshit points for this.
Okay. Sorry.
God damn it. French kiss the apple, you piece of shit.
Who say that?
Who do you think?
I don't know.
Yet. No, sorry.
But anyway,
That's a good idea. I gonna remember.
No, you
that.
don't.
Yes.
But anyway, you are currently holding on to the
I
apple.
say to Sequida, you have the gift of Pimenti. Do I take this one?
Can you have this one?
Yeah, can I have this one?
Well, considering what I saw you just do to it, feel free.
Okay. Then I take the apple.
Okay.
For me.
All right.
Is there some how do you say that in English?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I say? I want to say the thing where it's attached to the tree. That thing
branch
between.
No, it's an actual, like, you can actually imagine it's like in an altar almost made from like a tree stump, and it's kind of like where you still have a little bit of the wood coming like above the altar, and then the apple is like kind of floating almost like 2 millimeters above the actual altar itself. It's not really attached to anything. You can literally just like pick it up.
But does the apple have that thing?
It has like a little thingy at the top, yeah.
Because I want to try to connect it with my belt. Is that gonna work or not?
Sure. You'd need a minute for it, but sure. I'll allow it.
That's good. Okay.
It's just another notch on Alvacri's belt.
Yeah, you know, it's totally not visible, a golden apple. What are you talking about?
Someone that's tried to steal it are gonna punch.
Sure.
Hello.
Hello.
We have a paladin.
I have to figure out another ID, but for now on, I'm gonna do it that way.
Hello.
Hello. Oh,
hello.
by the way, Vincent, we discovered the best thing ever. Like, we can literally wrap up the campaign. We figured it out.
Yes.
You found the
Don't tell
final
Vincent.
stone. Great. Let me grab my
Better.
infinity gauntlet just a second.
Even better. We found out the name of the high priestess.
Well, ironically enough, the campaign might be over before we think it, from what I saw in the news as well.
What?
Russian missiles have hit Poland.
Oh, yeah, right. That.
Oh, I was not aware of that yet. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
We're all about the right age, by the way, so I'll see you guys in the description.
Time to break my leg. Fucking.
No.
I feel ill.
Fuck that.
Oh.
But to be fair, the chances of us as Belgians still being here if shit hits the fan, pretty fucking small with NATO in shaping the country.
Yeah.
Let's talk about positive things.
Yeah.
Back to the campaign.
Let's
Golden
play a
apple.
game.
Anyway, second up. Valkyrie, what are you doing?
Then we walk out, I guess.
You walk back out? Alright.
Yeah.
I take another bow to the goddess.
Okay.
Is
Can I-
on the way out? Is this whole place is like a little forest, right?
Yeah, very thick forest, but yeah.
Are there any like other trees which have like fruit on them that may have just dropped off or whatever?
Yeah, sure.
I'll just pick one up the floor off of the floor. It's like, here, Valkyrie, do you want seconds?
Okay.
You get like a small watermelon pushed in your face.
What?
This one feels left out.
Here, have a bullshit point, piece of shit. Oh. Anyway, you walk back out. The goddess doesn't really say anything in addition to this. She just looks at you as you leave, and as you actually exit the garden itself, she just turns around, walks back into her own piece of the jungle. Yeah, the other three of you, you've seen this entire little escapade happen. You saw Elvakri lick a golden apple. Which, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Fitz,
Hey,
did
you
we...
say it looks tasty, so I had to taste it.
Yeah. I didn't say shit.
Did we hear anything about Alrisa?
Make a perception check.
Ah, 15.
Sure.
Yeah. Nice.
I'll allow it.
Yes. Okay, but more seriously, so Alrisa, why you were discussing something with your goddess?
It's still High Priestess for you.
So
Yes, Arisa.
this high priestess, while you
Yes.
were discussing something with Pirax, she said something like, you know what can be done about that, about our roughness of the edges? What were you talking about exactly?
I am neither going to confirm nor deny that.
Well, it's already been confirmed by Pirax, so
Yes. So
Yes. But I am not going to go in deeper on this. This is already going to be a shitstorm as it is, and I'm not planning on having the five of you make it even worse.
Meanwhile, further away, me just going, fuck, this is taking forever. Fuck.
So what is
When-
Pyrax's apple do? Ooh, yeah. So
When the five of you came to me with your little problem, I told you that there was the possibility of me figuring a way out of it.
Hmm.
There is one. But I need to look into it. Let me put it like that.
Okay.
Anyway, I have no idea what the apple does. I guess that's your job, Mr. Wizard Boy.
Or my
Please.
job. Because
Yes.
I don't let the wizard touch the apple.
Do you also have Identify?
Can you cast Identify?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, just let it
But
happen
do
now.
you need to touch the apple for identify
Yeah.
or not?
yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
not gonna touch it because Promenti says if you touch the
No.
god
if
gift
you...
as a demon
No.
or demon person,
That's
it's
not
go
true.
back to
Okay,
That's not
It's
true.
when you
Elfakri.
attune to it.
Elvakri, you cannot count till 60 minutes. I don't suppose it's fair to
I have
like
to
expect that you know the difference between touching something and attuning to it. But attuning generally takes an hour of your time. Like identifying, getting to know the item, whereas casting identify only takes 10 minutes.
Okay. You are allowed to identify it, but I hold it.
Nice. Fine.
And
So
that
you-
was before I bought the headband of intellect, and now I have more intellect than you.
No, you don't.
I don't.
I believe.
But you can believe that. I can dream,
Mhm.
Harold.
I believe that.
Jed, you identify it?
Yes.
All right.
please.
So, for easiness' sake, the you can't attune to it as a demon thing is still there, right? Just so you know. Then, The Apple of Light, Pirax, God's gift. This apple has the life and light of the gods within it. Any creature that is attuned to the item gains a +1 to their wisdom and wisdom maximum. In addition, a creature can bite from this apple to cast spells, spending a number of charges. The apple has a maximum of 6 charges, regaining 1d4 plus 2 charges each dawn. You can cast the Cure Wound spell for 1 charge and the Mass Healing Word spell for 3 charges. Every additional charge you spend increases the level of the spell by 1, and Wisdom is the spellcasting modifier used for the casting of these spells. You sense that the apple can grow to greater heights.
Wisdom, though.
It can become a tree.
It becomes a tree of golden apple.
The better version of this is the Tree of Light, sure. You have to like actually.
Can you?
How much extra wisdom does it give?
1.
Okay, so I was gonna say otherwise maybe good for me, but the +1 doesn't do much. But either way, I am a wisdom user.
Plus you're demonic.
And so
but you're demonic, so you don't get it.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I am demonic, huh? Yeah.
So for now on, I'm gonna attune to it, and if you are cured,
all right, Ilfakri, we need to get all 12 of these items before they're non-demonic.
They're cured.
You can only attune to 3 of them, by the way. So fuck you.
Yeah, but we
don't care.
That's still out.
It's like.
Where's the next one?
You're all dicks.
When we're in the next big fight, it's like, do I want this god item? Just like put it back into the bag of holding, pull out another.
No, but
it's like looking in a wardrobe. It's like no. Oh, this one's nice.
I'm gonna attune to this one.
No shit. Where did I put
Demon Lord GM?
Demon Lord GM.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Why do you not? Yeah, okay, fine. In the meantime, I'm copying over the item, so give me a second. But yeah,
no
so
problem.
That's the effect of the Apple of Light.
Okay.
It was mass healing word. For 3
so
charges?
for 1 charge, Cure Wounds. For 3 charges, mass Healing Word, and you can upcast it with an additional charge each time. So pretty much you have 6 levels of slots into it. You have 6 charges. It regains 1d4 plus 2 at dawn.
At dawn. Okay, that's cool.
Do you need to take an action to cast mass healing word, since it usually is a bonus action?
No, it would be you literally just cast at the same action speed as the spell itself. Otherwise, otherwise I would have specifically said you need to use an action to cast.
Oh, damn.
The bullshit points to Avakri.
Some weird.
Oh.
Mine's better. Mine does reverse healing.
Damn.
For some weird reason, I can't copy it over to Discord. Weird.
Hey.
Discord's being weird.
I'm gonna note it down in my inventory. How much does the apple
weigh?
Like a normal apple. Like, I don't know how much.
How much does a normal apple weigh?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, less than a pound. I don't know.
Yeah, bro. Like,
a third of a pound.
Yeah, something like that. Sure. Let's go with
Third
that.
of a pound.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Golden apple.
Yes.
Apple of light.
It's apple of light. Sorry.
Apple of
Yes.
Please. Light.
The official using. The official thing.
1 belt.
All right. So you are still standing down at like the exit of the garden.
We still standing.
Fuck off.
So, Mrs. High Priestess, what's the use of keeping Twin here?
We're trying to ascertain how he got his powers and if we can cure him and if we can, well, if we can get information out of it.
Well, seems reasonable.
Which
okay.
Actually, on the power part, you've probably already guessed this, but he has demonic essences from both Ariana and Mordred inside of his body. Which also means that if we want to get rid of those, we possibly need like essence of the both of them to cure it to kind of use within the ritual.
Ah. I see.
Although just a powerful servant in that case should do it.
Someone like the coin maker.
Coinmeg is not really a servant of either of the two, as far as I know. Although, I do get the sense that he has something to do with this form. But I'm not sure.
Okay.
What are your plans with the prisoner we bring in?
Well, very similar to Quinn, actually. Specifically, we want to interrogate the captive and figure out if we can get any information on the Diamond organization.
Okay. Can
Actually,
I give you...
Speaking of which, I have a small question. Let's say that I had questions for this twin character, but that I had a couple left over. Would you have any questions for twin?
I don't know this twin person.
Twin is the guy. Oh yeah, you don't. Yeah, no.
I don't know the twin person.
That is true.
But I heard a lot of him. So I don't have any questions.
Why was he?
How did he know where he needed to look for the godite? Because
Yeah,
that's a good question.
he was trying to get in there.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I mean, how did he know where to look, and what was he going to do with it? Something along those lines.
yes. Do you know any other god's gifts, like location of them?
Do you want to be here for the ritual?
I kind of died because of him, so I don't really want to be near him. This whole, transformation, the demonic nature.
I would
to
like to be there.
Okay.
I need to check on Yakarin anyway.
Oh, I'm also. He has to give my
your thingy back.
My thingy back.
I'll ask for it back.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, and ask him that he writes everything he discovered down.
Yes.
So I can read it afterwards.
Sure. You hear Yekarin go in the back of your mind. That bitch! God fucking damn it! Okay. So, Jed, you're going towards Yekarin then? Or...
Yes.
Okay. Ryu, Sekiro, Shiloh, what are the three of you doing?
I mean, is there anything that we can do? We're kind of just waiting upstairs, waiting for them to come back, I think. It's not like we can really leave, because that's kind of... I feel like we would need the High Priestess's guidance to go back. We can't really go further, so...
Wait, you've had this entire conversation with Jed, Sekura, Shiloh, you, Valkyrie, and the High Priestess at this point.
Oh, I thought they were like past the door that we just couldn't go.
Because I would find it extremely impressive that Jed would have been able to cast Identify on the
now that you mention it, that does make sense. Yeah.
You were just outside.
I just assumed that we were like behind the barrier and they went through. Yeah.
And then
after she got the egg,
we're already back.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
okay. I mean, yeah. So what's the plan now? Do we just leave here? Do we go for the next one? Do we prepare for the upcoming war?
When does the war start again?
21 days.
Yeah, we still have a good amount of days on that.
How much days do we have?
21.
10.
Oh yeah, because we still have to go back, right?
10 days to get back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
So we have 10 days left.
You
From me?
have 19 days until the actual battle starts.
Okay, so we have 9 days left.
Yes.
I would say we want to get there not on the same day. We want
So
to
we
get there
have
at least a
8
day,
days.
a day or two beforehand.
Yeah, but normally travel only takes 7 days, approximately.
So we
So
have
Minimum of 5, but you know it could go worse.
poorly.
You have
So we have
chosen?
12 days to.
Hey, you're
Yeah, but I would take a little bit extra days just to be sure, because otherwise,
Yeah.
So we have 90 days.
Alright. Anyway,
someone slap her.
Sorry.
Valkyrie, you take 2 points of DM damage.
It's the headband of intellect that's working on my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not functioning properly.
I think it's
Any
a curse.
intellect.
Yeah,
my
I think
ass.
there is some little.
Alright, but anyway, what's the plan?
When does the.
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Sakura? Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, at some point we could probably do with a rest because we're still banged up.
True.
She said, Pyrex said that she didn't have any more ideas about like other locations apart from like the very big south one. Yeah, the one that's
Yeah,
like impossible
exactly.
to get currently.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yet.
Pretty much, she told you that she knows of her counterpart.
And did Pimenti say the same?
Yes. Menti gave you the
2 locations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gave you 2 locations. One of them was specifically because Ryu was there.
Okay.
And the other one was was the one of
The one to the
Ice.
east was.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
To the east of very heavily to the east.
Yes, at the water edge and mountain,
Yep. It looked
belonging
like
to a being much like him.
Ice, the metal changing dragon.
Ooh, damn.
Goddess of metals.
Okay.
In case you're interested.
Ice, baby.
I mean, do we need
So-
anything else in relics currently?
Troops. A shitload of troops.
Yes, more
Well, yeah,
so many
okay, but
troops
like
to
things
Munster.
specifically that we like are forgetting maybe, because I mean, we already got like a buttload of extra troops, don't we?
Yes, but we need more. So much more.
You greedy bastard. But yeah, I mean, and indeed, the more the better. Yeah, but at the same time, so like, I don't know if
Should we take a visit to the. How was the name again? The.
Yes.
The who?
Hmm?
The who?
No.
The what?
The Pirax?
You did
Yes.
not visit the Pirax, no.
We can go there.
Want to? If you want to have a chat
The
with,
2 orcs.
If you want to have a chat with the Pirax, you can always certainly try.
How is Frederick?
Very good.
The only NPC's name I know.
How is Kevin?
Died yesterday in action.
Aw.
Could you imagine?
Oh,
I should also.
So when is the what was it again? The interrogation of
Whenever you guys
When?
want it to be, if you want to be there.
I would like
Not
to be
today,
there.
but you know.
Because I just want to see him in action, that I can observe him, take notes.
So in other words, not today, but you know, at any later point, if you want to set a meeting for that.
That will be nice. Then I go with a jet to Chenkering.
Yekrid!
Do you have to?
do I have to? I don't wanna.
Okay,
How late is it now?
pretty fucking late.
Is it late?
It's pretty fucking
Late?
late. It's
Late?
pretty fucking late.
So we have to take a long rest soon. Okay, that's good.
I would assume you take a long rest. You have 5 hit points, buddy.
Yeah, I would like to take a short rest soon.
So if the two of you go to Yekarin, you go like the entire way up to the top.
Put away your apple. Put your apple away.
Yeah. I God.
Put it in the bag of holding.
Take the apple and I put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
For now.
Sure. So as you go up to the top of the mansion, so at this point you'd know that it's a magnificent mansion. Yekarin is extremely happy to see you.
Hi, Yekarin. I'm back.
Ah, fuck! You people again. Hi. Hello. Hi.
2 questions.
Yes.
Have you already been able to check out the pendant that Avakri gave you?
Yes. It seems to be a slightly demonic, made from demonic blood, arcane focus, +1 arcane focus, or a more power. They wouldn't technically say +1 arcane focus. They'd say like a more powerful arcane focus that helps you with the power of any spell that is cast through it. Other than that, it seems to be relatively closely related to blood magic, which I mean, I guess is telling for you. But I wasn't really able to discern anything else from it. It seems like a very powerful focus.
Nice.
Okay.
There you go.
Useless.
Thank you. I have better versions of this shit.
Second of all, could I have the bottle that I threw at you back?
I thought you found this.
Yes, but the deal was you wanted first steps on seeing whatever we found. So now you saw what we found, you had time to investigate it, and I would like to have some time to investigate it myself. Pretty, please.
That was the deal, wasn't it? Fine.
What did you ask about?
Kind of like starts rummaging through all of his stuff. Kind of like, nope, not this bottle. Chucks it. Nope, not this bottle. Nope, not this bottle. No, not the. Oh, no, wait. It is this bottle. All right, here you go.
Hey, thank you. Have you found out what it was?
Seems to contain souls. I hope you're not planning on doing anything fancy with this shit.
That would be illegal.
You do realize that there are certain techniques that this enables that are forbidden, right?
Yes.
You realize that there are reasons that those techniques are forbidden, right?
Yeah.
Do you, Jet?
I mean, I'm talking like shot on sight, like, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I will keep this close to my body then.
Cool,
like,
perfect.
Not show it to the world.
All right. Well, just so you know, as long as it's for research purposes, and as long as you don't start putting, you know, human souls into it.
No, it's only research. That's its sole purpose.
Yeah.
Can I subtract bullshit points?
Yeah. Please do.
I will not put a human soul into the bottle.
Avakri, you take 5 points of DM damage.
I did nothing!
Oh no, she falls unconscious.
So, yeah, but, you know, just be careful.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Yes, I have another question.
Oh, boy.
You have some relationship to other
I am currently single, to be perfectly honest,
clans,
but you know,
I'm gonna say.
I mean,
you have to
define relationships.
Do meetings. You know each other.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Can you make a deal with the Kraft family because
Okay, the crafters don't
did-
like me. I'm just gonna tell you this.
yeah,
right
I
now.
know, I know they don't like you, and they vote for Aaron.
Yes, that
I'm
has.
not supporting that.
Yes.
In times of war,
Yeah.
isn't it better to keep your enemies close? If you know what I say.
Look, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I've tried that, and the last time, it kind of burned me. Like
Why?
literally. Like literally. I couldn't sit on my ass for a month.
So
Not
what did
because of the reason you're thinking.
Put that image right in my head.
But yeah, no, yeah, no, that is not happening. We are usually
But can
fighting
you-
over stuff, and that's not.
Can you
it's not-
try to make
No,
a little weapon silence thing?
no, we can.
But did
No.
you try?
Yes, several
didn't
times.
try.
Yes, I did. I tried several fucking times.
Is there something?
No.
Okay. Other
Just-
deal.
No.
Give me every information you know about Aaron.
He's a dick.
Yeah, he is.
We
I
know that.
mean, he's a dick. He has way too much money. He bought himself into the noble families, or his father did technically.
Do you want to hear some gossip about Aaron?
What? Who's he fucking this time?
No,
Does
not
he have sex
fucking.
with you?
No.
Wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Hey, we don't know what happened when she got kidnapped.
No,
Yeah, we don't know.
no.
She could just
I don't know what
be
happened.
pretending she
He-
doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Invaded our house and
Specifically her
Was
bedroom.
it our-
murdered me. Murdered me
You look,
almost.
you look very good for having been murdered.
Oh yeah, she
Almost.
Oh, yeah. He
Almost.
murdered something,
I said
alright.
almost.
Uh-huh.
And he takes me to his keep and tortured me there.
Make a persuasion check at this point.
True.
Yeah, he took you, alright. Yeah.
Oh god. Oh.
So we have
Jet,
to take
Jet,
every
Jet, look,
Yes.
look good.
Look at how she rolls a 1 on this one.
Oh, please. I beg it.
What
beg
is
you.
it?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh.
With advantage?
No. Not even slightly.
Oh!
Oh dear mother of God.
He can't keep getting
I'm-
away with
Like, Jet, I am legitimately trying to make you feel better here.
I cannot roleplay a high roll. I was like, yeah, next thing you'll say is that Lucy sent us some druids. So that came out at us in the night while they were wild shaped as giant fucking spiders, and they would have ambushed us. Like what the fuck? But then you roll so high.
You see Yekarin just kind of like look at you and like, yeah, okay. That is a very creepy story,
Yes.
and I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I never voted for the guy, so
Use it
know.
as some.
Sure
How do you say that in English?
leverage.
Yes.
We will look into that.
And maybe gossip to the Kraft family, maybe. That helps us.
Just be careful. There are certain people within our organization that are being swayed by the guy.
I know.
You know, there are people that are thinking of voting for the Damai family next time over the Armes family.
Yes. And that's
I'm not one of them. Not a
that's the
fan.
biggest mistake anyone can. Maybe.
I don't know.
When is the next vote? Is it
Yes,
like
when is the next vote?
yearly or is it?
The votes usually happen at the start of the last month of the year. So that
Start
would
of-
be
yeah, okay.
in. Oh fuck! I just closed. my
6
calendar.
months.
No.
5 months.
19 days.
The start of December.
We are currently in the 8th month, so if you finish this one, you still have Vertex, Dark, and Ice. So you still have about 4 months before the actual vote would happen
Right, chill.
for
Okay.
a new Primo.
If the voting starts, or if the campaign starts, send us a note or a letter.
The campaign is always busy.
But
like,
if the voting starts,
we do
the
this
day
like,
before
we,
the
we,
voting.
we literally do this once a year. Like,
Yeah.
this is a thing.
Okay, yeah. Before the voting starts, then send us
But
a letter.
Sure.
yes,
And-
yes.
Totally gonna do that.
Yes, because if Aaron ever is gonna be a leader of Relics,
You will
That's gonna
shut
be-
up what you're going to say right now because it might incriminate you coming next year. So I advise you to stop that.
that's
okay.
gonna be the
Not more
biggest
intelligent.
mistake of whole Relics. But we are gone now because
Okay.
I
Yekarin looks
get
at you.
a little bit angry now, and
Yekarin just looks at all like both of you like, I wasn't gonna vote for. Okay, sure.
but let the other parties know.
Yes. Okay. All right. With that, we're gonna close that chapter.
Sorry.
Next up, what are you all doing? Taking a long rest, or is there someone that still wants to do something first?
I'm fine with a long rest.
Yes, I'm also fine with a long rest. A safe long rest.
Yeah, this would be a safe one.
Is there
It's still the one that Sekura paid for.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
That's
is
me.
there
How-
is
how
there
long have
is
you
there
been here
gonna
again?
be another
I don't remember, and I'm gonna be friendly and just say that the money that you paid the guys gets you through the end of the fucking of your stay. You'll
Okay.
like, because I completely forgot when you guys started here, so I'm gonna be perfectly honest. So I'm gonna
is
give
there
you that one.
another how do you say that?
Mm,
Another
theater piece?
Yes.
Yes, it's the story of Boydipus.
I wanna watch that.
A different question. How many more hours would we have until our long rest, basically, that I can like spend on my tattoo, ish?
Not that many, to be perfectly honest. Like, let me
I'll
think.
take anything.
You've gone. Hold on a second. You've had to look into this. 2 hours. Let's say like 2 hours, probably something like that.
I'll take it. That's like a single fucking line, but hey.
So if I did the same, could I get 6?
Yes.
Something happens to
122 hours so far. Goodbye, Jed.
Jed died. Oh no,
Rest in peace.
you have a dead Jed.
No.
Jet is dead.
Jed is dead.
He is gonna cry because I make every persuasion check. And he not.
We all cry because you make your persuasion checks, dude. You just
To be
don't
fair.
know that yet.
He might have left for
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We know. I'm just quickly gonna try to fix this. All right. Oh, whoops! I'm completely fucking up my own layout. There you go. That's better. All right. Not great, but it's better. All right. What's the plan? So
Take a safe long rest. Oh, sorry.
yeah. So you can all go back to your rooms. You can all take a safe long rest for
Nice.
the people that have lingering stuff
Yep.
left.
Did I
had one left. Yeah.
have a lingering thing?
Yeah, you did, but it's gone now. So
Yeah, okay.
I had one left as well, and that's also now gone. That's fixed.
I think everybody
Can you
got
push
rid of all
the-
of their stuff. Yep, give me a second. I'm just quickly gonna
Okay.
fill in
Double reprint.
the calendar so that I don't forget.
No problem.
All right, cool. So next day comes around. Elvakri, you saw a beautiful piece about a boy who killed his father and married his mother.
It was beautiful this time.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, this time. It was not with the wife of the bar.
No.
Okay.
It was not.
She's gonna be a connoisseur by the end of this. The theatrical plays.
Yeah. So next morning comes around and I'm actually going to push the fucking button this time. So what would you all like? I clicked short rest. I didn't want to click short rest.
That's a short rest. There we go. Yay.
Yeah, I could melt
I
someone
mean-
again.
Fuck.
Oh, my leg. Okay. Right. Is there any other family that we need to go to? Because we went to the priestess, we went to the crafters, which we went to the wizards, which went decently well. Is there any other family that could potentially help us? That obviously isn't fucking Aaron's family, because fuck him.
Fuck him. The Pirax
Yeah,
and
you still technically have the Armus family.
did we talk with the
Is there another one?
the Canarius?
Canaria is the mage guild.
Oh, okay.
That's Yekarin.
And the Deus.
Deus Machina is the guardians of Dea, is the holy.
So that we all also did. Okay.
You have 5 noble families. You have Aaron's with the Damai family. You have you have Aaron with the Damai family. You have Yekarin with the Canaria family. You have the Deus Machina with Alrissa and whomever the other fucker was. You have the Creation family, which are the crafters, and then you have the Armus family, which is technically a combination of the Relics Army, the Misserii, and the Hunters Guild.
And we already talked with them.
No, they're the only organization that you really didn't ask for help at
Yeah,
the moment.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe we can ask Mace Varillas for help, but
Did we ask the Hunters Guild also?
Yeah, you got Thingy is going to come work for you guys, right?
Yes, indeed.
The drunk guy originally, yeah.
Yeah, Creston is going to come work for you. Is also, by the way, treated as an officer, so you can also give him troops, by the way.
Then I want to talk with the leaders also.
Of the Armus family? That would be the Pirax.
Yes.
Go that direction. Is that just what we do? Yeah.
That one.
Okay, maybe you like prepare ahead of time. What are we gonna say when we get there? What is like the plan of action here? So we don't just fucking knock on the door
There
and
is
be like, yo,
something you have to need to know about Evakri. She not planning talking with with people. She says what comes in her if we are there. So we go.
In other words, she's
It works. It works with thingy.
Works every
Forgot her
time.
name.
Definitely.
Rissa.
I mean, I feel like we just. I mean, give me a second. Sorry.
Just woke up, right?
Yeah, sorry. I needed more beauty sleep. But yeah, I think it might. I think giving a shot to Varillas might be like good because
Varillas
he already
would've-
knows us. He already trusts us in a way. So
Varillas would have technically moved to Alvarez.
Oh.
Because technically he is your liaison with Relics.
Yes, that's true.
fair enough. Well, shit then.
He
Okay,
is
never mind. Yeah, I
yes.
guess then we can go to the Pirax and.
He must be
Yes.
feeling, if
Wing
he's our
it.
liaison with relics, he must be feeling a bit useless, seeing as we're actually here and he's there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't really expect that you were going to be let into the city again.
Yeah, also true.
Well,
Yeah.
think of it this way.
Same, to be honest.
He's having a little vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Sure.
He's
Bit of
having
R&R.
time off right before the war.
Right. So, if you want to go to the Pirax, I will say this: you do need to get to the 7th level, the final level of relics.
Hell.
And are we allowed?
That's the big question, now, isn't it?
Probably not.
Probably not. but-
Technically, this so the pretty much, if you go up the levels, right, you have the 7 levels themselves, or the slums, which are like outside of the city almost, and you have the Grand Wall, which is the Mysterious territory, then the Soldier Grounds, where most of the normal people, or the average people, let's say, live, and most of the soldiers live, the Magic Ward, the Armory, the Area of Riches, which is where the rich live, and then finally you have the Palace itself. The Palace is the only area that where the gates are technically constantly closed. There's also only one way in. You have to go through specifically the quote-unquote front door, be it that there are walls, be it that those walls seem to have these large, almost like magical turrets on top of them. These are things that you would have seen. Technically, those would be kind of like spread around the entirety of relics, kind of like on the walls, but they would be used pretty sparingly. You get the sense that most of the money that was spent on researching and creating those was here. Because here, pretty much no matter where you are, if you are inside of the wall, you can probably get shot.
That's good.
The gates themselves are made of this very thick reinforced steel with a golden inlay on it. Which pretty much just show the symbol of relics, because this is treated as the palace of Pirax at any point in time. Now, I'm going to roll it for Jed, but Al-Vakri, you make a history check.
Yes. With advantage, no?
No, because this has nothing to do with demons.
Or celestials, or?
No. Nothing to do. Powerful people, but not necessarily celestial.
Gonna use a bullshit point.
Go for it.
17. Better.
Pretty good.
Jed rolled like shit. So,
Not surprised.
Not
the
surprising, yes.
Palace itself,
But
one of the things that you don't know how necessarily, right? You have the gate, which leads into kind of like the courtyard, and then you have the palace. However, the palace itself is actually split into 2 pieces. The larger piece, which is used for the Pirax and their family. And then there's a second part kind of like off to the side at the back of the palace area, which is a smaller part of the palace, which is created for the reliquae, as it's called, which are the ancient kings. Pretty much, as I've said, the current leadership in relics is mostly vote-based and is based on the noble families. However, there used to be a royal bloodline. The reliquae are treated as the descendants of that original bloodline, which was then ousted and never brought back. Why am I telling you this? Lore.
Thank you. I'm gonna note it.
Right. So you reach the front gate, because technically you wouldn't be allowed into the courtyard immediately. You immediately notice that it's kind of like there's 4 guards, golden-plated armor, all of them having spears, having a large sword at their back, kind of like standing there looking at you.
Which races?
Name 4 races.
Tiefling, elf.
Dwarf, a halfling.
Yeah.
Because
There you
people
go.
are funny.
There's a tiefling, there's an elf, there's a dwarf, and a halfling. And there's like there's like 1 tall guard and then 3 smaller ones.
Yeah. I'll change 1 for the gnome. Change 1 for a gnome as well. Then we have 3 short races.
There are 3. Tieflings are like... Yeah.
Tiefling is just
Yeah.
normal, yeah.
That's human size.
It's like the weird way of typing stuff where you have like a capital letter then a small letter. It's like that.
Okay.
Camel case.
It's a small letter, then capital.
Yeah, sure. Camel case. They just
The
kind of like
rest is all
stand
in
there. They see all of you approach, kind of looking, waiting for what you are planning on doing.
We want an audience with the lead.
Pirax.
Yes, the Pirax.
Okay. The dwarf kind of like looks up at the other 3, kind of looks back at you. You got an appointment?
Yes.
The way you say that doesn't really give me confidence that you actually do.
Well, we've met with him
Yes,
back in
early.
Alvarest. but we don't necessarily have an appointment with him.
Ah!
How can we make one?
Are you chuckle fucks the ones that saved the city south?
Yep.
Yes, indeed. That
All
are
right,
we.
we
All
had
of
orders
us.
to never let you into this building. No, I'm kidding.
That would be funny.
Nah, well, if you give me 5 minutes, I'll have a look if he's available. All right?
Oh,
That's good.
yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
They or he?
Oh, I can see the dwarf running, but I was kind of hoping they were going to send the elf because this is going to take longer than 5 minutes.
You actually notice that the dwarf kind of like just like knocks on the gates. The gate kind of slightly opens. He comes in between. You see him like kind of talking to someone.
Is there a smaller gate for the dwarf? And
You asked that out loud?
I don't think they use
That would
doggy
be so
doors.
funny.
I don't think they use doggy doors for dwarves.
No, they don't. That's only for
Aw.
gnomes. Dwarf
For the
kinda-
halfling then.
Oh yeah, halflings. Yeah. The dwarf kind of comes back. And he's like, all right. Hang on tight for a minute. They're going to get the escort because no one outside of the Artemis family or the royal guard or the noble guard is really allowed to walk the ground without proper,
Guards.
escort.
Escort.
Yeah. So he gives us a couple of minutes. Yeah.
We'll be waiting. Can you tell us some how do you say that? Royal manners we have to.
Buddy, I'm a fucking palace guard. You really fucking think I know anything about manners and shit?
Do you
If
know
I
the
knew about
protocols?
manners, I'd be guarding inside the fucking palace, not outside the fucking
So we have
gate.
to ask the guards inside the palace.
Sure,
What's the
then,
protocols
then
are?
you're their
I mean,
problem,
can't we
not
ask-
my problem.
Can't we ask our own royalty here? And I look at Shiloh. like, can't we-
Shiloh, what's the protocols? She also doesn't know.
Of
Damn
course she fucking doesn't. Is she part of the fucking Artemis family? Like, come on. Like, I
Not
can
yet.
see, like,
Not-
some nobility in
I
there.
don't know.
but-
Maybe she would have
Not
thought
yet.
when she was little or something. Fuck if I know.
Oh, fucking...
No, country. I was Charlotte's country nobility, so she would have no fucking
Hmm.
clue.
Fair.
Here you go.
Okay, then we wait for the escort. Maybe the escort knows the protocols.
Sure. They wait for a couple of minutes. At which point the door kind of like again opens a little bit, and Valkyrie, name 2 races.
An orc and
A
a
Goliath.
human.
Oh.
Orc and a human. Best combination of all time. You see a human kind of again in like golden garb, and then you see this orcish fellow who isn't wearing any armor, but is more seems to be more of a steward of the grounds. Kind of like has a little like a small notebook in his hand. Kind of like walks up. All right, notes down. Names.
Al-Vakri.
Ryu Sturmir. At
Mhm.
your service.
It's with surnames?
Ryu.
I don't have one.
Preferably, yeah.
Ryu.
I don't
Sturmir.
have one.
Styrmr.
I don't need an STD from you. Don't worry about it.
I whispered to Ryu, I didn't know orcs can write.
Also, Sekura, with your elvish perception, you do
That's
notice
racist.
that like he actually writes Stdmr instead of Styrmir. he writes Ilvokri
I
instead of.
literally spelled it out.
Yeah, he actually literally writes Ilvokri. The moment like Jed says Jedediah, he like reads the Jeddah and then
Just
it
writes the
starts
word die,
over
yeah,
and like
yeah.
writes Jeddah, and you kind of get this like almost infinite loop where he reaches the end of the page and it just says Jeddah, 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 Jeddah. At which point he kind of like looks at the remaining 2 of your little group.
Sequida.
Gida?
Sequido.
Actually, just like Secida, like, writes it like that. Looks on the paladin. Is the paladin introducing herself or not?
That's how I imagine he wrote it.
Just thinking, how would Shiloh introduce
Does
herself?
Shiloh needs introduction?
I'm Quentin Gem Blossom. Haven't you heard of me?
Exactly what she's wondering.
To be fair, would a random guard know?
She just introduced herself as Shiloh, Lady of Fairhold.
Shilho Lottie of
Called her a hoe.
Furhold. It actually says like Furhold, like F-U-R hold.
Shiloh.
Why didn't they let the human write?
Because the human is a guard. He's the actual steward.
Oh, the orc is. Oh yeah. Makes sense. That makes
She
sense.
adds to that. I'm also a anointed paladin of the Order of Solus.
You see, you actually see the orc kind of like look at his page, and like, I'm not gonna write that down if you don't mind. It's like the book. It's just kind of like, yeah, just bring him where they need to be. You see him kind of like walk away.
Oh wait! Before you
Yes.
go,
no.
do you know the protocols?
Quick bio, though. Just a sec.
What
Does he know the word?
What protocol?
To talk with the leaders.
And you actually see him get like excited, like, oh yes, I know this. So, if you want to talk to the Pirax, what you have to do is you have to open your mouth, and then sound comes out.
What?
Insane in the membrane.
Insane.
And then
No one has ever done that.
once you are done talking, you close your mouth. And he's actually like excited about this. Like, I know this.
Oh my god, this is mind blowing.
They had to explain it to me 4 times.
4 times.
Yes.
Can you
3, 6, 4 times.
Can you explain it again? Because I'm not very sure
I just
about.
lean over to Ryo. It's like, he's got more intelligence than the Evil Valkyrie.
It's just like,
I can't.
So,
You can't make this up.
when you reach,
How did he get a job?
when you reach the Primax,
Itty.
you open your mouth, and
I
then
like
you
this
make
game.
sound. And then when you're done talking, you close your mouth and you stop.
Okay, cool. I gonna try to
also-
remember
also-
that.
Elvakri, I
Very-
swear to fucking crawl. If you don't understand it by now, I'll make you open and
Ryu,
close your mouth
shut
myself.
up! I'm making a joke of him.
Also,
So,
very,
let me
very,
do-
very important. If you reach the door of the Primarex, you
Yes.
need to open it.
And
Because
how do
otherwise,
you
you
open it?
slam into the door and that hurts.
how do you open it?
Just let the man go about his day, Valkyrie.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I think you put your hand on the thingy, and then you
Thingy,
pull.
yes.
But I'm not sure. Some of the doors you push.
Whoosh. Okay.
Those are very difficult.
Okay.
Look at
I
you.
try to remember. Thank you very much, Miss. What was your name
Some
again?
of the doors actually change. The first time you have to push them, and then the second
then-
time you pull them.
It's sorcery.
Yes, I know. It's very difficult doors.
So thank you for the information,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
What was your name again?
Stewie.
Stewie. Thank you, Stewie. Thank you. I'm gonna make sure the leaders know about your good work today.
Thank you.
So
All right,
you
they were
get
laughing.
fired.
All right, they're laughing at the. At which point, you actually see him turn around and go to the guard. All right, they were laughing at me. I don't think we need to give these people a good time. And he just like walks off.
Oh shit.
I mean. Why the fuck y'all being racist for? What the shit? I thought Ryan was the asshole, but damn, bro.
And I was just standing there, just sort of like,
It
fuck
was
is
a
going
test.
on?
Okay.
Yeah.
In character, I wasn't laughing. I was being silent. Out of character, I'm pissing my pants.
Yeah, no, Ryan was just like, why are we doing this? Why are we not just...
At which point you actually see the guard just go like, "Don't worry about it. He does that with everybody. He's a dick like that."
Oh, you mean him? I thought you were talking about Valkyrie.
Adopted
so
son
totally
and,
agree.
and stuff like
She
that.
also do
you
that
know.
with
Yeah.
everyone.
I'm surprised you didn't try and fuck him.
Yeah. Anyway,
Probably.
the guard kind of like waits for like a couple more seconds. You see two more royal guards kind of like show up, and then the three of them kind of lead all of you through the courtyard.
Is that the escort?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much the courtyard itself is just, grass, but you do see several trees. A couple of them apple trees, a couple of them other fruits and vegetables and whatever the fuck. You actually see like a small garden to the side of the castle as well, or the palace. Sorry. But they do lead you to like the front gate, which once again in gold has like the symbol of relics, the large R embroidered on it.
But try not to lick the apple.
Perfect. Preferably. As they lead you through the front gate, the palace itself, I mean, it's a fucking giant palace. Although there's nothing really fancy about it. There's not really a lot of symbolism in this palace, and you would kind of assume that this is because, seeing as every year they vote a new Pirax, and that tends to come from a different noble family, they don't really want to have symbols of those noble families present within the palace itself.
Logic.
But other than that, it's mostly just the symbol of relics, and then most of it is just made of like stone, marble, and a little bit of gold embroidered in several parts of the rooms themselves. But they lead you kind of to the back of the palace itself, kind of getting you through the front entrance, the large hallway, or hall, the open hall, then through a hallway, and they lead you back, which you assume calling it a throne room would be right visually, but they don't really call this the throne room because there's no king anymore. There's just the Pirax, even though Rex comes from the Latin of king.
Is there a throne?
There is, but you know how like in Lord of the Rings in Gondor, pretty much the steward of the city doesn't sit on the throne but sits in front of the throne. It's the same. It's pretty much the same system. They kind of keep the throne as a symbol of the old, or like as a reference to the old powers, but the actual Pirax usually sits in front of it. Although currently, because he wasn't expecting you, he's not sitting there, and you do have to wait a couple more minutes for him to arrive. In the meantime, another steward kind of like shows up. Valkyrie, race.
Gnome.
No. A gnome kind of like shows up with like, a plate, which is like kind of floating above his head, because you see that he's a little bit of magical ability with like, tea, coffee, biscuits, whatever the fuck you want.
Ooh,
kind of like places it in front of you on like a small table. Or next to you on a small table, I mean, because you are standing.
Are they, you say they sit in front of the throne?
Yes.
Are there 2 chairs in front of the throne or just 1?
There are 2 actually, yes.
Okay.
So after a couple of minutes, you hear a door at the back kind of open. You hear quick steps as you see the Pirax and his husband walk into the throne room, kind of going towards the 2 chairs. Both of them sit down. All of the royal guards kind of like put their hand on their chest and just make like a quick bow.
I do the same.
Perfect. At which point you are now in the presence of
Just wave.
the Pirax.
I don't bow.
The Pirax doesn't notice. Frederick kind of like looks at you, Sequido. Waves back.
Ooh, I like Frederick.
He's like the casual.
He's the casual.
of the important person. He's like, "Yo, what's up?"
So who is the one?
He's A, casual, and B, probably the one wearing the pants in this relationship.
That's cool.
He's always dressed smart casual as well.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because actually the Pirax is like in a set of armor, whereas Frederick is actually just like in like, you know, a robe and stuff, and just seemingly just not really casually dressed. It is pretty fancy, but like, you know.
Yeah.
While I was grabbing food, who's Frederick?
Frederick is the
The
husband
husband.
of the Pirax.
Oh, right, I forgot. Okay.
They're gate orcs. As a little bit of a testament to
I mean,
Thank you very much.
Are you calling Jonas an orc?
No, I'm calling Jonas's character in another campaign a gay orc.
A gay orc.
Right.
So the Pirax kind of like looks over you and goes, "Okay, well, let's get this over with. Welcome, gentlemen, ladies.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here,
It's an
and I
honor
make
to
another bow.
It is an honor to have you in these honored halls. Be it that
Well, I'm honored to be in this honored halls.
we are not going
with
to do
you
an infinite
that
loop.
honored.
I do not have the time for this. No offense.
Shiloh is very miffed that there was not a page to announce her entrance.
Yeah, that was possibly done on purpose.
I'm gonna do like
Uh-huh.
a little.
So
like,
you have chosen death.
Yeah. Once like like do I see Shiloh being like slightly disappointed that she's not being announced?
Probably.
Yeah, but not disappointed in a sad way. Disappointed in a I might
Angry.
shove this dagger in your neck way.
Yeah. I'm gonna like do a small cast of prestidigitation to like small sparks above her head, like.
Charming.
You remember how it ended the last time we fought a duel, right? I am just saying.
Look,
right?
that was a 50-50, all right. And I whiffed the 50-50.
You say that. Regardless. So you see the Pirax just goes, well, I am going to be perfectly honest. I'm not 100% excited to have you within these city walls, although you have done a lot of good for people. You've also stirred up some issues. However,
Yes,
I
I might have kidnapped your greatest rival for the power of in the city, because that's what she is, isn't she? To you?
you talking about Aaron, and when did he become a she?
No, I'm pretty sure the high priestess is quite capable of subverting your will as well at times.
She's capable,
But
she doesn't seem to have any interest in it, otherwise she would have become part of her own noble family, which she didn't.
I prefer you as leader than that bastard of an Aaron.
So do I.
Yeah, nobody likes Aaron. That is
No.
General consensus here.
General consensus?
Not after the torture.
Hello
Major
there,
agreement.
general consensus.
Regardless, how can I be of assistance?
Well, glad you asked. Here we go. As you maybe heard from your
Sources.
your peasants,
Your underlings.
your underlings. Thank you. There is
Fucking go.
I don't find another word.
As you've heard from
Peasants.
your peasants.
Well done. Right.
Shiloh approves
Excellent.
this message.
God fucking damn it.
If it's a message from his peasants, it's probably just some scratchy lines on paper because peasants,
True.
illiterate.
Yes, true.
So, we are at war with the demon Ariana.
I have heard, yes.
You have that. Yeah, thank you. We're famous.
The obvious, yeah. Continue.
And in that war,
We need some help.
you know, we just freed Everest,
Yeah.
and we don't have any troops to fight in that war.
Or at
So
least not as many as
not
we would
enough.
like. Not as many as we would like to
Yes,
completely dominate demons.
All right.
And to
and we
minimize
know
losses.
you also will want to destroy Mrs. Ariana, I guess. And we need some troops
or any
to
support you
fight.
could
Of
possibly
any
give.
support you can give us.
We will gracefully take anything you can offer us.
And I personally think fighting in this war, we also give your peasants
Fucking peasants.
no, any other words. Will give your people also votes for you that you will be leader next year also.
Yeah, imagine hearing the good news that the Pirax helped out in a important battle
Thank
in
you,
the
Harry.
war against
That's-
the demons and succeeding
Yes.
and taking over furthermore of the territory away from the demons.
Yes.
You see the Pirax kind of like look at you and then look at his husband and just go, I mean, I did tell you. You did, yes. But I told you first.
What?
True.
What?
They knew we were going to come here.
Oh, fuck. They
Look.
heard from the peasants.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. Your victory in Alvarest was very impressive.
Thank you.
This is something that has not happened in centuries.
Yes.
However, at the same time, this has posed quite a conundrum for Relics itself. You see, there's a reason that we don't interfere in this little bout between Ariana and Mordred.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for that being there was a status quo. They were fighting each other, sometimes one side won, sometimes the other did. They weren't really getting rid of one another, which kept us safe. If there's a bigger threat, why would you deal with the small fry? The people of this city believe that there is hope, and I let them have that hope because crushing it would be a worse fate than getting murdered by those filthy, fucking wretched fiends.
Mm-hmm.
However, with the taking of Alvarez, you have set something in motion that could possibly disrupt the status quo. I think the reason that Ariana is coming after you is very simple: to clear the status quo once more, to make sure that she does not lose this little bout she has with Mordred.
No,
Mm-hmm.
no. We're finishing her, then we're finishing the other guy. I mean,
Yeah,
we're finishing
also.
them all.
And
So-
if anything, we're kind of even like doing a little 50-50 sometimes. Like we're planning on if we like clear this side a little bit, we're gonna like do clearing a little
the
bit,
other
and that way
side.
you have like a whole extra area of trading routes and able to build bigger and larger cities, better grounds in general. Overall, just easier times for everyone.
Have you seen the movie Inception?
I have not.
That's the plan.
I think that piece only plays tomorrow. I'm sorry.
The theatrical play hasn't happened yet.
Theatrical play. Relics version of
Yeah,
Inception.
but don't you think it would be better to actually give them hope that is true and not just a
You
false hope?
False hope,
You
yes.
see the Pirax kind of like look down for a second.
It's how he
Gentlemen.
protects his power, Ryu.
Gentlemen, ladies,
God, you're daft.
let me put this in terms that you might understand. Do you really think you're the first people to stand before the Pirax of Relics and ask the same question?
No, but we sure are going to be the last, because if we don't succeed, no one else
No
will.
one
Once
else.
again, do you think you're the first person to say that? We have
Really?
spent
This exact thing? Damn.
Oh. exact possible.
Okay.
not.
Ryu, you are a cliche.
We have been
Apparently.
Remind me.
Everyone wants to be Ryu.
Remind me, who in this room successfully kidnapped a high priest from right
Okay,
under
maybe
your
don't
noses?
actually mention that.
Stop mentioning
We
it.
know tactics. We know tactics.
And we are the
understand.
first group that ever freed a city
No, you're not.
outside Relics.
True.
No, you're not.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, I know.
Look. Let me just guide you through this. You possibly know of the story of the red sky. Several thousand years ago, the sky used to be blue, and then at a certain point in time it colored red. At this point in time, the demons invaded Aeminad and took it over in several years. The only bastion that remained was this city, Relics. Are you going to tell me that the 5 of you, random, no offense, rabble, even if there is a noble within your ranks, are you going to tell me that you are different than 5,000 years of history?
Yes.
And
We
how
are.
exactly are you planning on proving that?
Well, give us.
Starting with
Give
this
us.
war, if we
Give
can
us.
keep our if we can keep our ground against Ariana, then she will lose even more ground, and then we can
Yes.
go after parts of Mordred.
I'm just spitballing here. We could go kill Aaron. Do everyone a favor. Prove
Oh,
our
yes.
worth. I mean, I don't see anyone minding that.
Mr.
You
Mr.
see him
Pirax.
smile the moment you say killing Aaron, because you know that, like, for a split second he wants to say yes, please go ahead. However much I would appreciate that man's death, if we kill him, there's a good chance it releases a shitstorm that I'm not going to be dealing with right now. First of all,
Yeah.
actually, Ryu and Elvakri, and Shiloh too, technically, the 3 of you, make persuasion checks.
Persuasion.
Let's go. 8.
Fuck.
Oh my fucking god! Are you serious? You gotta be shitting me. I'm gonna use 2 bullshit points on this.
Shit.
You're welcome,
My luck
Jed.
is up.
Okay, that saves me a little
I
bit.
feel like using a bullshit point.
Give me a bullshit point.
I've got a 16 now.
15.
15?
16 by me.
Elvakri, you got a bullshit point.
Wait. I have a bullshit point.
Please
It's
be a 1.
14.
Damn it.
Is that 14, 15, 16?
you.
Is that
Thank you,
actually-
Stiggy.
That's actually
you,
14.
Steggy.
That's actually 14, 15, 16. Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
All right. I will send a unit of troops with you.
A unit
Thank
of
you.
orcs?
Don't be picky.
Okay, sorry.
Some of them are, yeah.
First you laugh at them, and then you want them to join you. What
I
is wrong with
didn't
you?
laugh to him.
What?
It was kind of cute.
However,
Pathetic sort of way.
there is a thing that I would like to discuss then. Before we
And
do
that
this.
is?
As you know, we are getting closer and closer to the Pirax vote.
Mm-hmm.
And And I am afraid at this current point in time that there is a chance that Aaron will overthrow me, which is the reason that I can't kill him.
And that will be the biggest mistake
you can't.
Relics ever gonna make.
And I just whisper behind my back, my hands to Ryu. He thinks Aaron is gonna overthrow him. He's fine. He doesn't
Fucking
know.
hope not. I know very little about
I-
politics, not gonna lie.
Me
So-
also.
There is something, however, that perhaps you do not know about. Over these years in Relics, we've built up a system of the noble families. However, that list of noble families has not always been the same. Sometimes noble families fall, sometimes they are created. I, as the Pirax, not only do I have an additional vote in certain important matters, I also have the right, once in my term, create a new noble family. Here is my offer.
Yes, we do.
If
What?
I send my
Sorry.
troops with you and you win this little war,
Yes.
the 5 of you agree for Alvarez to become a domain under Relics and for you to become one of its noble families, swearing allegiance to the Armus family. Meaning,
And
that
Yeah, what
during the
now?
next vote, you vote for us.
yes, and what's gonna
I just leaned over to
give
Shiloh
us
and
in
said,
this?
he said allegiance, not fealty. Shh.
Yeah.
Would that technically mean that we would be because Alvarez would fall under Relics? Would that mean that we also would become a royal family for Relics?
Yes.
Yeah.
Noble.
I mean,
not royal family.
Why not?
yeah, noble, yeah, no royal.
There's
Because
no
the
royal
only
So,
royal
and-
family is the one that's
mean-
no longer a part of.
Yeah, that's like the king, but
Yeah.
that
doesn't exist anymore.
What's the what's the reward for us then?
that is the reward
That
of
is
the
the
trade.
reward.
No. We're gonna help them, but what's
We get a troop,
get
I
and
send
we get to
you-
be a noble family.
I send
That's
you
the reward.
an elite unit, and if you so wish, I will allow you to recruit from amongst our ranks.
Yes, that's pretty good. And I feel like Jet isn't here, but I feel like he would be happy with this. I think.
He's literally talking in the chat. I'm just saying.
Oh, is Oh yeah, he is. I mean, he wasn't recently. I was mostly just looking. Oh yeah, he was actually already. Huh.
Hmm.
Relics won't be in our ruling then, right? Well, yeah, no, we would be under their ruling kind of in a way, but
Yeah,
I mean-
we'd rule over Alvarez, but not all of it.
yeah. And to be fair, we're constantly roaming anyway, yeah. So it's not like we're sitting in one spot, like being like, "Oh, do this, do that." So it's not really our style of
No,
ruling. Anyway,
More
so.
important things to do.
But pretty
Like,
much what that
killing
would
demons.
also mean is
They-
that if important decisions need to be made in Relics, you would have a say in it.
Yeah, that's what I assumed that we get like a vote for
Yeah.
that, which is nice. I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's if everyone here agrees, I'd say yeah.
I'm agree.
Chet seems to be
Yeah.
fine with it as well in the chat.
It
So
also means, by the way, technically you are pushing your vote onto the Pirax if you do this, but it does mean in the future you can always try to take the Pirax position.
No. I like the orcs.
Just saying.
You had
Never
to say that to
betray them.
Shiloh, didn't you?
Yeah.
yeah, it's mostly for Shiloh, I guess. That is important because that's kind of always been her
Shiloh,
goal. Yeah.
we can kill Aaron then.
Jed, because you're
And then
asking
we are
so
gonna
nicely,
get-
no, your domain size would still remain the same. Because technically each of the noble families has their own quote-unquote domain, but they are all kind of a part of Relics.
Okay.
So no, I'm not giving you 2 increases to your domain. That's not how easy I'm gonna make it for you. No offense.
To be fair,
Uh,
if we kill Aaron and they get blamed for it, a weaker family will rise to power, which is easier to overthrow for me. So I mean,
it's
I
a
don't see
win-win
how-
for everyone.
Yeah, but I don't see how they would be blamed for it. But either way, I think this whole thing is like a good idea.
they're the current leaders, right? They're the current. He's the current Pirax.
Yeah.
If Aaron, who's like, you know, the candidate to be the next one, suspiciously dies during election season.
Hey, you
Fair.
can certainly try.
Yeah.
Although I do remember last time when we fought Aaron, it was kind of a
It
disaster.
was rough.
Yeah, rough to say the least. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, either way, I think I'm fine with it, like everything. Yeah, I think we just accept this whole thing as a thing, and then we accept the troop.
And we see later what we do.
And then we pretty much have visited everyone, so we've pretty much done everything in Relics that we need to do, at least for like important business. I don't know if anyone needs to go shopping or something.
Sorry, buddy, it was tails. Try again,
Okay.
Jeff.
Oh, what did you say?
Okay, he flipped the coin.
Oh.
All right. So, what are you saying to him?
I think we will gracefully accept that offer.
Good.
Seems good.
Perfect. I will get my people to get the specifics of our deal in writing. I will make sure that your people, I guess, sign it. And then
Right.
I will make sure that my troops are sent with you.
Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
And I do like a little bow, and then I guess we start leaving. I think,
Yes.
unless anyone else has to ask anything.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. And the two of them, the Pirax and Frederick, kind of stand up. No.
Can I wave to Frederick?
Sure. Kind of like looks. He winks back.
Hold on. Elvacri.
I'm never gonna overthrow this one.
But anyway.
I like them too much.
So you walk out of the palace. One ally richer, I guess, at this current point in time. At which point, to be fair, there would still need to be a procedure for him to try to get you to be a noble family. But, you know, we will get to that next time.
Aww.
This is a good moment to end it, I think.
Aww.
So,
I think next on the list is just going back to Alvarez, I think.
One
much.
more story,
Possibly.
please.
Yeah, we have
One
one more
minute.
story.
can I have some more, sir? Oh,
Please,
God.
a crumb of
More?
All right, but with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see if there's anyone who is raidable right now. I have no idea. Not writable, Elvacri. God damn it, jeez. I didn't say that, and you fucking know it. Jesus.
I didn't say it's nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Believe you. God damn it. Unbelievable. I can't copy paste. Anyway, that, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all
Next time.
next time. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
That was weird.